what we're doing.
All right. So Brian here, Tip of the Spear Real Estate Team, here with our one of our team members, Jake Smoke. You know, him and I started this business, this company about a year and a half, 2 years ago now, something like that, and figured we'd make a little video introducing him and talk about who he is, what he's about, and
Finally,
what kind of what kind of stuff he likes. So Jake, tell us about yourself pre-real estate. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? What's your favorite color? All that stuff.
Man, getting personal, are we?
All right. Yeah, we're getting real.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, first off, glad to be here, man. I mean, we've been doing this gig for a minute, and it's been going strong, and I'm so excited to be a part of a team that we've really helped many veteran families get into homes, buy or sell, and so that's the one thing that I wanted when I was in the military, was to help others. I think that's partially why we joined the military. Yeah. And that wanting to give back and that wanting to help, I think, always continues us. It follows us wherever we go, right? Mm-hmm. So after the military, I got out in 2007. I got out of the Marine Corps. I always wanted to continue to help others, and I transitioned to being a contractor, working with the Marines and providing support for the Marine Corps, because I still wanted to give back to our country, right?
Sure.
And that was part of it. I always wanted to feel like I was doing something for the better good as a whole. And, I did that for many years, and then, from there, transitioned to, different companies. I used to work for Under Armour, who had a big presence within the military community as well.
What were you doing with Under Armour?
So I did supply chain and logistics, and I was a logistics manager for them.
Okay.
And actually, in that process, I got hired with assistance of the Wounded Warrior Project. I was big with them at the time, volunteering with them and just trying to give back.
Cool.
And then from then, was working for the Navy and for the military again, trying to give back in another form as well. But real estate has always been something that's been in the back of my mind. And actually, when I got out of the Corps, I put on my exiting paperwork to get my real estate license. Well, what was it, 10 years later, 12 years later?
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
I passed my state exam on September 11th, 2017. First time, boom.
Nice. First try, top score?
Yep, top score.
That's so in case you don't know, when you passed your real estate exam, they never tell you what grade you got or what percentage you passed it by, but we all just assume we got 100% and beat everybody, right?
Yep.
Yeah, totally. Makes perfect sense.
Doesn't matter, I'm a badass. All right, let's go sell homes. Little did I know that doesn't prepare you for anything.
At all. At
real
all.
estate.
Yeah. So how's the transition been from doing your DoD contracting type stuff, pushing into real estate? You're getting ready to go to pull the trigger and go full time now, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah. It's I mean, look, it's not easy. Real estate is it's tough, but having that it's always been a passion of mine. Being involved in real estate. I've also owned an investment property in the past, and so it's something that's always been very fascinating to me. So that's what keeps me going. Yeah. Like a handful of my clients can tell you, like, I've been up at 11:30, 12 at night, 2 in the morning, either writing offers or, I had to respond to an offer that we had submitted. I had to respond at like 11:30, 12 p.m. and get it back to them by midnight.
Yeah.
And I have no problem doing that. I know, a lot of real estate agents put boundaries on when they're on and off the clock, so to speak, but I'm really driven to really help my clients, and so to me, it doesn't bug me.
Sure.
And so I guess back to your question, the transition has been tough, but you just keep going, and you got to remember to put one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. And so you've hit a couple of milestones this year. You just capped for the first time.
Yep.
Right, which is awesome. So our brokerage, Keller Williams Realty, has a certain commission split that we have for every deal you close. And if you close enough deals, they cap you out with their commission split. And now Jake, for the first time ever, is receiving 100% of his commission. That's a big deal, man. Congratulations.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah. So what do you do that helps you to find your clients? And once you find them, what is it that you do to set yourself aside to set yourself as, you know, an individual from the rest of the real estate community?
I can't say necessarily the rest. I know there's some good realtors out there, right? But I think ourselves, a part of this team, I mean, we definitely go above and beyond. And one of the ways that I feel like I do that well is something I've really learned this year: the power of just following up and being genuine. And I mean, there's a lot of things that are automated in real estate that you can do to kind of streamline your business, but I've noticed that this last year alone, just continuing to follow up and check in on people. And it's not about selling or trying to get a deal closed. It's about generally asking them, how the fuck are you doing today?
How you been, man? What's going on?
How can I help you? Is there anything you need? I mean,
Sure.
Random whatever. And doing that consistently.
And you know, one thing that I've noticed for both of us is over time, you know, the more people, the more veterans and the more active duty folks that you help out, you know, and the more more people that you put into homes and help sell their properties and stuff like that. As long as you do a good job for them, people tend to, you know, to have your back, right? So I know that for me, a lot of my business this year has been either return clients or, you know, referrals from, you know, my past clients, now friends that have, that, you know, I've helped into, you know, buying or selling their properties. It seems like it's been the same for you. It seems like your business is starting to pick up a lot with past client referrals and stuff like that too.
You know, definitely, and I think I've been very fortunate that most of my business and the friendships that I've made with people have just been from previous previous friendships, and so that's the best way to get business and to ensure longevity of that friendship. Because my number one goal is to be a friend, you know, constantly, and not just, hey, we sold the home, we got you in the door, you know, see ya. That's not how I operate. You know, I want to make sure I do it to the highest level possible, and we get them the best deal that they can,
right,
you know, for that home.
And it's not just to hopefully get new business in the future. Hopefully they do. I mean, it's great when they do, but I know one thing that you and I click really well on with, you know, and why we decided to team up and start, you know, building this company together is that we put our clients' needs first. Right. Yep. And I've seen that from you time and time again. Every deal that you have, I've seen you negotiate your panties off. I've seen you, you know, do great things. I've also seen you advise your clients to pull out of deals that you thought weren't a good deal for them.
Right.
So let's talk about that. Why don't you give the 6 people who are probably going to watch this, why don't you give us an idea of, you know, what kind of stuff you've done to help your past clients not get screwed over before?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, it's interesting because I've also got to, you know, realize that I'm not the one buying the home.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, as a realtor, we got to be careful of what we recommend and how we're recommending things, because it can go either way, right? If you tell a client to walk away and then, you know, down the road they feel like, okay, maybe they should have purchased that house and they didn't because of your recommendation, you've got to be careful with that. But on the flip side of that coin, I would much rather have a client walk away from a deal if it isn't right than to proceed and to get into a home that's just a mess, a disaster.
Absolutely.
You know, one example recently is my clients are purchasing a home that through the investigation and discovery process, we got a foundation inspection done. We got a mainline sewage inspection done from the home to the street. We got a plumbing inspection. The home is elevated, so all the plumbing underneath the home.
Perfect. You
found
can see
out
everything real easy.
Right. Found out that it's cast iron and there's, you know, some leaks and things of that nature. Right. So there's problems there. We also got our own termite inspection, and the seller got their own because my clients didn't really feel comfortable with the one inspection from the sellers. Right. And then I believe we also got an electrical inspection because the home was built in 1942, so it's older. With all that said, it illustrated a handful of pretty significant issues with the home.
Sure.
And I advised my clients and told them what a ballpark price was. We got some estimates, and you know, they're looking at anywhere from $15,000 to $25,000 worth of repairs.
Yeah.
That would very likely need to be dealt with here in the near future.
Are these guys active duty clients?
No, Army veteran, not active duty, but military types, and so
Yeah. Well, regardless, $15,000 to $25,000 isn't just nothing to shake a stick at.
it's huge. And at the end of the day, I recommend. I said, honestly, guys, I know we've been a lot, together. We've looked at a lot of homes, but they were really gung ho about closing on that home. They really liked that home.
Mm-hmm.
They understood the risks involved, and I illustrated the risks, and I flat out told them, I said, guys, I don't think this is a good idea, and here's why. They came back to me a day later and said, Jake, we really respect your opinion, and we really appreciate it, but we still want to move forward. Okay, roger that. Let's.
The big takeaway from that is, you, rather than just trying to push a deal, close a deal, make your money,
Yeah.
you advise your clients, hey, this isn't the best deal for you. We can find you a better house. We need to get out of this place. This is going to end up being a bad deal for you. And then, of course, we can't make decisions on our client's behalf. All our job is to make sure that they know and they understand what's going on, and they make the best, most well-informed decisions for themselves, right? So it sounds like you sacrificed or risked losing a deal, making money, all that stuff, to make sure that your clients were taken care of.
Yeah, 100%. And another quick example, clients that I've recently worked with as well. An older military gentleman. I mean, he got out of the Army in, I think, 1982.
Man,
well, his
I was
certificate.
not alive yet.
Yeah, right. Neither was I. Almost, but not quite. He didn't have his certificate of eligibility, and that wasn't something that we were expecting that would take a long time.
Sure.
It ended up taking a long time, and closing on the home took a month to almost a month and a half after of when we were originally supposed to close on that home. Well, it took a lot of digging and basically sending emails out to high senior executives of a couple federal organizations, and getting a congresswoman involved to push it forward, because right now with the current pandemic that's happening, it's slowing everything down on the federal side. I think we all know that, right? So it basically puts a halt to everything, and this veteran couldn't get their records, and these the federal organizations and they were effectively failing that veteran.
Sure.
And through a lot of work and a lot of hard work, we were able to get the documents that we needed finally, and we're able to close on that home.
That's awesome.
So but it took a lot of legwork, and it took a lot longer than what it was initially hoped and intended for.
Sure. But hey, man, you got it done, and it sounds like you went the extra mile for these folks to get them into their dream, right?
Yeah, I know, and I'll say this, a realtor is my official title, but I've been called numerous times that I'm a badass miracle worker, and I have that on a cup that I got as a gift from one of my past clients. And
that was cool, man.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool thing to show next time. We'll have to bring it out.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. Well, how can people that are watching this get a hold of you? How can they find you if they want to have a conversation about real estate with you?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm on Instagram at your SD Military Realtor. You can find me on Facebook, Jake Smoke or Jake Smoke dash Realtor, or on the Tip of the Spear Real Estate Facebook page or the website.
tipofthespearrealtors.com. You send us a message through there. Address it to Jake, and he'll get back to you pretty quickly.
You can also call me or text me at 760-576-4175.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for being a part of this, dude.
Yeah,
and
man.
I appreciate appreciate everything you do for our clients. I'm real happy to be in business with you, man.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the team.
All right, America.
Cool.
All right, let's get out of here.